welcome to the first ever episode of the Real Crazy News Raiders. So, on this show, we're going to be talking about many things. One of those things is going to be how the Raiders hired offensive coordinator Luke Getsy from the Chicago Bears. So, here I'm going to have my fellow friend and not analyst, but my friend Vincent. Come on.
Come on, squad. So I'm here today to talk a little bit about Luke Getsy, who, as you may know, he used to be the former offensive coordinator for the
Bears.
He was the Bears' offensive coordinator, and he ran a very RPO run-heavy offense. This is important because, as we heard, Antonio Pierce wants to take deep shots all game, but that's not going to happen with this guy. And he worked with Justin Fields, so that means there's a high chance they get this guy. A lot of RPOs. Running, so Josh Jacobs is most likely coming back with this guy, unless Zamir White actually, unless they believe in him that much.
If Jacobs does not come back and Zamir White is the starting running back, would you pair him up with either like a mediocre free agent or running back? Or from the draft.
That's a tough question. Honestly, personally, I would go towards some kind of veteran because Zamir. You're not too sure what to get out of him still. He did only have a few good games. We'll see what happens. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. So, that was that. And coming up on the Real Crazy News Raiders, we're going to be talking about my top 5 priorities for the Las Vegas Raiders. So, my top 5 priorities. Number 1, we need to go out and get Justin Fields. I think that this is a no-brainer for many reasons, but I'm not going to just share my part. I would like my fellow friend and father, Richard, to come on.
Hello, everyone. How you doing? Just want to introduce myself. My name is Richard, and I've been a Oakland, Los Angeles Raider fan and Las Vegas fan since 1976. So, I've been a Raider fan for a real long time. We're talking about almost 50 years. So let's talk some Raider football here. So let's see what we want to talk about here.
So Justin Fields, we're going to be talking about. What is your opinion on him?
I'm actually really excited. I think the Raiders actually have a good shot at getting him. I think they have to give up a number 2. But there's other teams that are probably going to try to get him also. So you might have to give up number 2 this year and maybe a number 3 next year or even a number 2. I'm willing to give up 2 number 2s to get this guy who's been in the league 3 years. He's established. He was a first-round draft pick. He's mobile. He's got a strong arm, and he's got 3 years under his belt playing professional football. You go out and you get the first-round pick. What's the first-round pick everybody wants to get?
Caleb Williams.
Say Caleb Williams. We get him. He's not going to be anything the first or second year in his league. You're going to have to give up probably 2 number 1s, a couple number 2s, and probably Hunter Renfrow and a couple other players on the team. I don't want to give all that up for a starting quarterback that we're not sure if he's actually going to be in the league. So to go out and get Justin Fields, listen, he may not be a superstar, I don't know, but to give up a number 2 pick, 2 number 2s, it actually makes sense.
Especially since our quarterback room is not looking good at all.
No, the quarterback we have right now,
O'Connell,
forget Garoppolo.
Garoppolo will be is going to be cut most likely. He's probably going to be a post-June 1st cut. And Brian Hoyer's probably going to retire. So that just leaves Aiden O'Connell on the roster, who, let's face it, he has not been good at all. So Justin Fields, here are his stats from his career. So his passing stats this is his passing stats. From 2021, he had 1,870 yards, 10 interceptions, and 7 touchdowns. His rushing stats from 2021, 420 yards, 2 touchdowns, and two touchdowns. From 2022, he had 2,242 yards passing, 11 interceptions, and 17 touchdowns. He had 1,143 yards rushing and 8 touchdowns.
Passing.
In 2023, he had 2,562 yards 9 interceptions, and 16 touchdowns. For rushing, he had 657 yards and 4 touchdowns. To me, that looks like pretty good stats, and it looks like he's improving every single year.
Well, you know what? That's exactly what you're saying here. You know, every year he got better and better. You look at his stats, his first year, second year, third year. So his first year was 1,870 yards. Second year was 2,200. Third year was 2,500. His interceptions went down every year. His touchdowns were pretty good at 17. He went down 1 the next year, 16. But he also missed a few games also, I think, with injury.
Yeah.
He probably missed 2 or 3 games. Listen, I would love to get him. I think that should be the Raiders' number one thing this year is to go out and get this guy as a quarterback. And then, you know, their first-round pick, which is number 13, go out and get a really good offensive lineman or maybe a tackle. They can use a corner. Linebacker. You know, they have a lot of voids to fill here, but even a defensive end. And the number one pick we got last year, Wilson. I don't know if he's the answer. I don't know. I just don't know if he's the answer.
Well, all right. Thank you for talking with us.
Thank you, and I wish you good luck on your show.
All right. Hopefully you come on another time.
I would love to come back again.
All right. All right. Next on today's show, number 2 for my priorities. Find a defensive tackle. I think that we should find a defensive tackle for many reasons. One of those reasons is because Bilal Nichols, Adam Butler, and John Jenkins are all free agents. We don't know if they're going to come back. We're probably going to lose Adam Butler. We're probably going to lose John Jenkins. Bilal Nichols, maybe, but you really just don't know. So that's already 3 defensive tackles we don't have, and we're already struggling with that position. So so the free agents for defensive tackle this year are. Hold on 1 second. All right. So some big names you might know: Chris Jones, DJ Reader, Fletcher Cox, and Christian Wilkins. So there are a lot of good big name defensive tackles that I think that we should go up after. I mean, if you do not want to go that way, I think that you can go to the draft and find some solid defensive tackles, but there aren't that many great defensive tackles in this year's draft class. So I would prefer to go to free agent. I would like to get at least one pretty good big name defensive tackle. You could get maybe one mediocre or even all right defensive tackle, but you just need to fill that position because that's a pretty big hole. So number 3 on my list, re-sign number 8, Josh Jacobs. I think this is a major priority because, listen, Zamir White, he was playing amazing in the second for however many games he started when Jacobs was hurt. But let's face it, Josh Jacobs led the league in rushing 2 years ago. He's only 25 years old, and he's just amazing. He's a really great player. I mean, those two, Zamir White and Josh Jacobs, they could be unstoppable together. I mean, that's like Marcus Allen and Bo Jackson, them two together. It'd be crazy. Well, not that crazy, but it'd be.
Yeah, first of all, let's not compare Bo Jackson and Marcus Allen to these guys.
Okay,
You're talking about two Hall of Famers, even though Bo Jackson's not a Hall of Famer. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was joking about that, but it would be a two-headed monster. It'd be insane. Number 4, coming up on my list, we need to sign or draft an offensive lineman. So, right now, our offensive line for last year was left tackle, Colton Miller, left guard, Dylan Parham, center, Andre James, right guard, Greg Van Roten, and right tackle, Jermaine Illuminar or Thayer Mumford. Most of the time it was Jermaine. But, so, Greg Van Roten, Jermaine Illuminar, and Andre James are all upcoming free agents this year. this is, if I could bring back any of those, I think that it would be Andre James. But I would like to bring back Mumford, Jermaine Illuminor, and Andre James. I think that you could let Greg Van Roten walk only because he's 34 years old. And listen, he played solid, but I think that you could get someone better than him. Whew. All right. Number 5 on my list. We need to re-sign these 3 players. Robert Spillane, Amik Robertson, and Andre James. For me, the most important thing is to re-sign Robert Spillane. Robert Spillane has been one of in my opinion, the second best defensive player on this Raiders team. He was just so good this year. He came up clutch when we needed it. He really just had a great season. It was ridiculous. So that if I could re-sign any of these guys, without a doubt, it would be Robert Spillane. But I really think they need to re-sign these 2 other players. One of them being Amik Robertson. He's an undersized corner, but he is a very good player. He's right now, I'm pretty sure, the number 2 corner on this team. And I think that, we just need to get him going because I think that he's got that dog mentality, and I think he really could be a good player. Number 3, like I talked about earlier, I think we need to bring back Andre James. Andre James has been a good center in the league for a long time. I'd say he's probably top 15. And you need centers. Listen, Dylan Parham can play center, but if Andre James is already doing the job very well, personally, I think that we should keep him. I don't know if that's how the Raiders are going to feel, and that's the position they're going to go in, but maybe. I don't know. So, number 6, Tivoli Custom Framing, our sponsor for today's video.
Whoa. I'm here to... Alright, so Mr. Tivoli himself cannot be here today, but I'm here to represent, and I'm going to do a great job. So starting off, let's take this off the wall. Oh. Isn't it beautiful? This is pretty cheap too. Good price. They're all made great quality glass.
Here, wait, let's hold them up so they can see it. Nice.
Let's get it. There we go.
So this is one of their many products. This is a Las Vegas Raiders collage, and
you got each player inside each letter of text. That's pretty sick. Let me get another one to show you guys. If you're a hockey fan, or if you're any sports fan of any sport, New Jersey Devils. Pretty cool. You got pictures, each player. You can put whatever pictures you want. Just ask us. We'll do it. And we got a few more examples, as you can see right up here. Actually, it's this way. So, yeah, check out Tivoli, TivoliCustomFraming.com, TivoliCustomFraming.com. Great deals, great prices, and if there's not something you like on the website, feel free to just call us up and maybe we could get it done.
So,
and the helmet.
We got we got the 3 players from the Super Bowl signed helmet right here. They're all MVPs. Marcus Allen, Fred Belenkoff, and Jim Plunkett.
And we're giving it away. No, we're not. We're not giving this away.
But I just want to let you guys know, if anybody's interested in that helmet right now on the show, right now, $750. It's authenticated by JSA, which is James Spence Authenticity. And you also get the case with it. It comes with the case for $750 a steal. So contact us right now.
Well, everyone, that is going to be it for the first ever episode of the Real Crazy News Raiders.